How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my little corner. My name is Rob and I hope everybody is doing well. It feels like I have not uploaded some content in a lifetime. Actually, it's been a lifetime. It's been my daughter's lifetime because my last video went up the day before my wife went into labor and we rushed to the hospital and our daughter was born. So it's been about 7 weeks since then, and I wanted to give you guys a quick little update, do a little setup tour, show you guys how I use my battlestation, my workstation, whatever you want to call it, my setup, my PC, and everything that I have here. So what I wanted to do today is kind of just give you guys a quick tour, show you guys my setup, and we'll talk through it as we go along. So yeah, let's just get into it. So to start with the desk, it's the Reddit BattleStation Special. We have the IKEA Carl V 98-inch desk sitting on two Alex drawers. Actually, one Alex drawer and one Alex cabinet. I wanted the cabinet because it gives more room to keep boxes or any bigger items. So I try to keep my desk as clean as possible. It doesn't always happen because this is also where I work from, especially right now with quarantine and everything going on. I work from home and all that stuff. So we'll talk about the first monitor, which is the one on the left in landscape mode, and that is just a basic, the HP 27W 1080p 60 hertz IPS monitor, mainly used for watching YouTube, Netflix, Twitch. It's just for general content. Just gonna be there kind of on the side if ever I need to pull something up while I'm gaming or browse anything. That's kind of where it goes. I'll jump over right away to the right side of the triple setup, and that is the Dell U2414H monitor that is in portrait mode. And that I just love to have something in portrait mode to use for Spotify, sometimes for Discord too, it helps. Or if ever there's a document that you just want to read for a while, it's really nice to have it in portrait mode, makes it a lot easier to get through. The main monitor that I have in the middle is the Alienware AW3418DW ultra wide 34-inch 1440p IPS G-Sync 120 hertz. It is a beast. It is an amazing monitor. I've had it for about 3 years now. When it came out, this was the top. It was crazy how much I wanted this monitor from the beginning. And I know now there's a lot of more options. Past 120 hertz, you have G-Sync compatible monitors even without the G-Sync module. We could have 38-inch, you could have 240 hertz or 144 hertz, but at the moment, it's all single player games. I don't have time for multiplayer because I need that option to quickly pause the game and go take care of my daughter. If I need to do something, it's easy. So single player games, 120 hertz ultra wide is more than enough, especially at 1440p. It's IPS, so you're getting great colors. Maybe not the fastest response time, but like I said, it's single player game, so it's not gonna make a huge difference. It's absolutely perfect. I love that monitor. All the monitors, actually, the Dell one is on its own stand, just in portrait mode, so you can't really tell. But the other two monitors I have are on a Vivo stand, a single monitor stand that I got off of Amazon. Continuing on my desk, I do have a Google Nest Mini. I use for obviously Google, but also as a Bluetooth speaker if ever I just wanna have my content playing if I'm not using my headphones. I have a little industrial light bulb just to add a little bit of ambiance, to the desk, just to get some lights. I have a wireless charger. I have a Ugreen USB and SD card reader hub. Aside from that, I have the charging dock that came with the Razer Viper Ultimate mouse. That's a great segue to get into my peripherals. So on my desk at the moment as the mouse, I am using the Razer Viper Ultimate wireless gaming mouse. Super lightweight, great battery life, ambidextrous, works really well. I actually did a review on it if you want to check that out. Paired with that, I have the SteelSeries Apex 7 TKL keyboard that I'm using. I have actually swapped out the keycaps because if you look at the video I did on that one, I really wasn't a fan of the thin and keycaps that left oily fingerprints on it, and I found them really not up to the quality of the rest of the keyboard. So I am currently on the HyperX Pudding PBT double shot keycaps, which feel really great, and honestly they look awesome, so no complaints there. Mousepad, this one's actually really popular. It's the Jialong 2XL mousepad with the world map. It was one of the most popular ones at one point on Amazon. At the time, I just went on Amazon and looked for highest customer rating 2XL mousepad, best value price that I could find. I ordered it. It's been a couple of years now. I love it. Have no issues with it. I have a microphone on a boom arm, and the mic is the M Audio Producer USB mic. wind cover on it, just a pop filter wind cover on it, just to help with some sound pops and stuff. So it's been working really well. I have absolutely no issues with that. Great for just basic chatting, and sometimes when I'm doing video content, I'll use it, but the quality is fantastic. Second thing I have on my desk is the Saiba amp and DAC for my headphone. Now, I didn't think I needed an amp and DAC, but once I tried it, you could definitely see the difference. This is great because it has a big volume knob, so you can do quick ups and downs if the volume's not right, and you could boost the treble or boost the bass depending on your preference. That actual amp and DAC was credit to Random Frank P, because he had it in, I think, his June or July of 2019 Cool Tech Under 50. And once he showed it off, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna give it a shot. Ended up loving it. So it's been since that video came out that I bought it, so about a little over a year now. Moving over to the headset and headphone, actually the headphones, not the headset, I'm using are the Sennheiser HD 598 Special SR, SR version, open back microphone, open back headphones, sorry, which is great because if I hear the baby crying or my wife calling me or anything else, the doorbell ringing, I need to kind of be aware of what's going on around me as well. And that's just sitting on a regular headphone stand that I found on Amazon. I don't know what I don't think it has a brand name or anything like that. It was just a cheap thing that I found. Moving over to the PC. So inside we have the Intel i7-8700K running at 4.7 gigahertz. So a slight overclock. It could be pushed more, but I mean, for my needs, I found that it was at the right speed to keep with proper temperatures, and I didn't need any more performance out of it anyway. And that is sitting in the Asus Z370E motherboard, full ATX, great looking board, has some silver accents, great heat sinks on it, so no complaints there. That is being cooled by the Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro 3. My style, I prefer the black metal, gun finish, industrial look. I just find it just adds a lot. Having a big cooler makes your build look a bit more beefy, and I really love the performance. Very quiet, obviously with the brand Be Quiet, that's what they're known for. So it keeps the CPU nice and cool. So that's exactly what it's there for. So no complaints with that. The GPU is the Zotac Amp Extreme RTX 2080 graphics card, which is able to give me almost max refresh rate in most of the games I play. Sometimes you turn down a few settings here and there just to get that at 120 hertz, but honestly, I have a feeling that this card is going to last me for a very long time. That is sitting in the Fantex P400S case. Absolutely love the case, love the sound insulation inside, love the look of it. I know the front panel isn't the best for airflow, so I removed the little grates that's on top and I just put plastic mesh filters in the front and then closed it again, so it definitely helps with airflow. And I added two Be Quiet Pure Wings 140 millimeter fans in the front just to help with that air intake. So going through, we have two 140 in the front, going through to the Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro 3, which has two fans inside, and then being pushed out the back, which has a regular 120 millimeter exhaust. So definitely a lot of airflow in that PC. Never had any issues with temperatures. Aside from that, in my PC, I've got some cable extensions just to make it look a bit more uniform. I keep the lights on white. I don't really like having a full RGB rainbow of colors. As you can see, my peripherals kind of have that like white tone across the board, and then I have a moving back wallpaper, just have it on rotation depending on the season, or if I just get bored of it, I just switch it up using Wallpaper Engine. That's pretty much the setup that I have here. Cable management is okay. It's not the best. I did at one point spend a lot of time. I think I took like 5 or 6 hours planning everything, doing cable management, and then I kind of had to move my setup from one side to the other. And then when I was trying new keyboards and new mice and the mouses, whatever, it was just getting really annoying. So I kind of left it that it's clean, that you don't see it from top. If you look underneath, you see a little bit of a cable management behind the Alex cabinet, but for what I use it and from far, everything looks fantastic, nice and clean. Nothing's ever touching my legs or my feet when I'm here, so it's great for me, and it's easy access if ever I need to make swap outs. I don't have to undo all my cable management, which was very important for me because I am somebody that likes to switch peripherals kind of frequently, as you could see with the art piece or pegboard behind me, so we'll get into that. So I'll kind of go through what's on the wall. On top left is Logitech G513. Keyboard. Underneath is the Durgod K320, one of my absolute favorite keyboards that I actually swap pretty often between that and the SteelSeries. Underneath that is the RK61 Bluetooth 60% wireless keyboard, which if ever before this whole isolation thing, when I was traveling, that was my keyboard that I would take with me. I got two headsets. I have the Sennheiser Game 1s up there, open back with the microphone. That was my go-to for a very long time until I decided to go with an actual headphone and independent mic setup. I was using that before. I also have the Logitech 933 headset, wireless headset. It's actually the white one. It's the Mass Effect Special Edition one that I got. So just have that up there, nice little piece. And then have a couple of controllers. So I got the 8-bit Do Super Nintendo Bluetooth controller and a Xbox Scuff Pro Elite controller with the paddles in the back. Don't really use it unless a couple games here and there will use controller, but most of the time it's mouse and keyboard. And then that's where you have 3 other mice. So you have actually one of the first mice that I was using. It's the one on the top right. I actually forgot the name of it. Anyways, I'll get back to it. Then there is the G-Wolf Skull, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, ergonomic mouse. I did love the Model D. I actually lent the Model D to a buddy of mine, so don't have that anymore. And then the other one was one of my first keyboards I used. One of the first mouse I used was the Logitech G402, so that's up there as well. Just kind of gives a little bit of a decorative piece to the corner over here, so I really enjoy having that. If ever I want to swap it out, it's easily accessible to me, so that's great. Red Dragon, that's the one. The Red Dragon Mammoth, I think, or something. That's the mouse that's there that I got like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much just a quick overview of my desk, my battle station, my workstation, whatever you want to call it, and how I use it. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, let me know, comments, feedback, anything else, and I will catch you guys next time.